All right,
3, 2, 1. Torino versus Queens. There we go. I was a little nervous about Torino's sentry, but it does start it scanning. All 4 bots making it out of the base.
And we have Queen's sentry just spinning. Not sure if it is scanning or not.
Oh, a pretty large adventure being taken by Torino's bot. It is sustaining some power damage going that roundabout way. But Torino getting early chip damage. That is fast chip damage. They're hitting quite a few of those shots. 470 damage remaining on the sentry by the time they're able to get there. Queens not to be outdone. Now 1v1 combat, standard 3 versus standard 3, while the hero for Queens lands a projectile onto the sentry, taking it down to 500 HP. Torino still with a small lead.
Red standard and sentry both took a little bit of damage, but red standard is very low HP currently.
Torino standard 3 posturing aggressively. That's the right move. They didn't have gold yet, so there was no point in going back. Now taking the central buff point, getting half acquired.
They just got the gold, so the balancing standard returns to its base just to get a little bit of more ammo.
Blue standard 4 is doing quite well. As I mentioned, that was their problem child in the past.
And we have some more damage being done to the red sentry there by.
Sorry, keep going. The hero for Queens also landing a hit onto Blue Standard 4. A really impressive feat. Heroes are difficult. You can see what I'm saying there. Torino's sentry firing back at Red Standard 3, but not quite. There we go. You see every other shot kind of coming your direction here from the perspective of Red Standard 3.
Yeah, and Blue sentries. Both sentries are losing HP. They're on the same level.
Yeah, 200 to 170. This is a nail biter. 3 minutes left to go. This will surely go on to base HP as the win condition.
So, although blue standards have lost all their money, all of their ammunition, they do have enough money to reload and come back.
Yeah, I think they're going to get roughly 100 projectiles each here. As the sentry for Torino continues to try to defend itself, but it will be taken out as the first blood of the game as well. Wow. This has been so close. Each team are treating very nicely.
At the same time, red sentry is also just at 90 HP, just a little bit away from making this a base race.
That red hero is falling so low. If Torino can finish it, but they've run out of projectiles. What's his HP?
Like 2?
That's insane. We cannot. For real? That's crazy. That's the lowest HP bar. He's literally 1 HP.
Slowly makes it across. Oh, now it is a base race. Both sentries are down.
1,500 to 1,495. We're within a standard shot, but not for very long as Torino steps up and starts melting the base of Queens. He's in a tough spot. He's got to now get back over the bump.
Red hero trying to scare off the balancing standard from their base.
Pretty effectively. That balancing standard. Oh, there we go. He's able to get back up.
And that balancing standard trying to retreat to grab
At
some
the
more
same time,
ammunition.
the standard for Queens chewing away at the base of Torino. Now taking the lead with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go.
And red hero dies because of overpower. And Preston getting shot by more 17 millimeters.
The hero of Queens does get destroyed in front of the base, though, which is a pretty good spot. It's going to be hard to get out of.
And as we talked about, this is one of the bigger heroes. He could body block at least a few.
This is going to be a base destruction match. With 85 projectiles left, Torino's blue standard 3 is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. But Queens chunking through the base now at 1/3 HP for Torino. Very evenly matched robots.
Oh my gosh.
He's got 50 projectiles left.
That could get
That's more than enough. His accuracy, the only important factor here. If he can maintain 100% accuracy, he could take out Torino.
10 HP.
He needed to hit 2 more shots.
2 more shots.
The base is literal 2-shot.
2-shot base. The hero is trying its best to... oh no, the hero dies.
Torino trying to race it down. Queens moves back 500, 570. He stops. Everybody stops.
There's 26.
No, so Torino ran out of projectiles. Blue standard 3, 0 projectiles. He's got to return back to base. Queens
trying to protect their base instead of
doing something. No way. Did Queens jam with 10 HP left?
Queens
9 seconds.
Jam.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Torino's not going to make it back in time. He's just getting body blocked. He's getting zoned out. Oh my goodness. That will be a red victory.
They might have jammed. I think that's what happened there.
I think they jammed with 10 HP left on the blue base. Torino and Queens. What a match. Two very equally matched schools. Look at this. 4 damage per projectile, what we've been calling one of the better accuracy percentages. And we called it out, right? He had 50 projectiles left at 200 damage. It meant he had to like 3, 2, 1. Go Torino Sentry. There we go. Yeah.
I see. Oh, Queen Sentry stopped spinning. Oh, and it starts spinning again.
No, he's a happy boy. Both sentries online, looking good. All 4 robots out of the gate. Torino doing the same round strategy where they kind of make a circle. That way they don't get in each other's way. I like it. It's a little less efficient, but you don't have interpersonal problems. Man, that standard is so accurate. Torino really chunking through the sentry health. See if he's able to get... Now he's defended by his own sentry, who is competing with Red Standard 3. Some cheers in the chat from Twitch says, Forza Roboto!
Forza Roboto.
For our Italian team.
And the blue team gets first blood by destroying the hero.
Propelled by the cheers of their teammates in Twitch, Torino ahead by 10 HP as the game decides to just maintain an incredibly close status.
And both teams are out of ammo, so they need to go back to replenish.
Here comes Torino. Exactly the same amount of projectiles. That's synchronization if I ever saw it.
And they both level up around the exact same time. But
wow,
Blue Standard 3 at level 7, is that?
Yeah, I believe that's level 7 or 8 for Blue Standard 3. If he can get back to base without dying here, Blue Standard 4 engaged, but out of projectiles. Can he make it around the corner? 2 segments left of health. Blue Standard 3 maybe caught a little unaware by Red Standard 3. As there we go, Torino's Sentry fires back, defending itself.
Blue
100 to 260.
Yeah, 100 HP. That's just one more replenishment of ammo for both of them, where they could destroy the other teams.
6 seconds till gold replenished. Both teams out of ammo, out of gold. 3, 2, 1. Payday. There we go. 200 gold per team.
But for some reason, Queens only buys 100 ammo at once. Is that a maximum?
It's not. You can click multiple times, but they're probably saving some gold for their hero.
Okay,
I don't know if their hero is able to fire right now, but typically 100 gold is half. There we go. As Queens University finishes off the Sentry for Torino, they will get a slight advantage here on the base race. That will inevitably happen with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. It stands to reason that Torino will be able to finish off that Sentry. They did fire all 200 projectiles and were unable to get that Sentry finished off.
Yeah, there's still 130 health left on that red Sentry. So once these guys replenish their ammo once again, they
Blue
will
Standard
be
3
able
for
to.
Torino back in that position, needs to land 10 more projectiles.
They have none though.
The base starting to take damage. If that hero for Queens is able to land projectiles, then I think Torino will not be able to catch up. 1,200 to 1,500 damage right now is the score. Blue Standard 3, there's gold available, but he's playing defensively at the moment.
Oh, they're switching, which is a pretty good strategy to make sure that their base is always defended.
Sure is.
Blue Standard 4 tries to finish off the Sentry, which it successfully does. So now it is a base race. Both standards need to try to catch up in that.
The
base
red
damage.
hero coming back to defend its own base, doing a bit of body blocking, but they've gone full SFU on Queens. They've got 2 standards from 2 different angles. Your body might be large as a hero, but it's not large enough to defend both. Meanwhile, the standard absolutely melting Torino. 1,200 to 860, 400 HP between the teams with a minute left to play.
They just got a replenishment of economy.
A lot of gold in the game right now. Plenty of gold to finish a base. It's going to come down to strategy. Can you outrace or do you need to defend? The question on both teams' minds.
Blue Standard is unopposed right now inside of the base, trying to
Yeah,
get
but that
some
red
damage.
standard's not waiting for anybody. He's firing totally totally uncontested. Blue standard 4. They're switching off, but I don't know if Torino's going to be able to put down the firepower that they need to catch up.
They're nudging them.
I mean, a yellow card at this point probably going to come across, but it's with 24 seconds left to go, might be worth it.
Worth taking the yellow card.
210, 150 health. If there's not a jam at 10 HP, one thinks that Queens will finish off the base.
And they do. That is a red victory.
A great game for Queens and Torino. A crazy base race. We saw exactly what John and I were talking about earlier with here in the chat. This double standard strat, most of the teams running back and forth and swapping with one standard being aggressive, one defending. That can be effective, but at some point, frankly, the other team will kind of ignore your damage. 2600 is very even, right? The total damage